Day 20 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're back at day 20 already. Time is flying, isn't it? No, a lot of people didn't even think we would make it this far, but guess what? We did, and we're here, and we ain't stopping anytime soon, man. And so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to run those subscriptions up, and I need your help to do it. So go ahead, drop some comments, drop that bank emoji in the comments, or you could drop a question that you would like me to answer or help you with in the future, and I'll do a video to that question in the near future. So you could do either one. Just help me run that engagement up, and we're gonna make it work. So let's see what we have here today. Today we have question number 345, reverse vowels of a string. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know what that means. We're going to keep it simple and easy, and we're not going to make it harder than it has to be. The solution today is not that hard. It's a little bit of code, not too much, but it's easy to understand, and I hope you guys understand it by the end of this video. So let's see what the question says. It says, given a string S, reverse all the vowels in the string and return it. The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and they can appear in both lowercase and uppercase more than once. So I see they didn't include Y as a vowel, but who cares? No Y, just A, E, I, O, and U. So what they want you to do is reverse the vowels. Everything in the string stays the same except for the vowels. So the string, we're not reversing the whole string. We're only reversing the vowels in that string. So let's look at example 1 to help further explain what they want. So it says input S equals hello. Output is, I don't even know how to say it, guys. Holle. So input S is HELLO. Output is HOLLE. So as you can see, we're only reversing the vowels. The rest of the string is staying the same and the vowels are switching. So in the first example, we put the O at the beginning of hello and we put the E at the end of hello. And that left us with HOLLE. Let's look at example 2 just so in case you didn't really understand that question, maybe you can understand this one or that example. Maybe this one will help bring it home. So it says input S equals LeetCode. Output is Leo to C. Again, I don't know how to say it because the vowels are reversed. So what they did, they took the E at the end of LeetCode, and they switched it with the E at the beginning of LeetCode. You see, they took the E from here and they put it here. Then they went down, they took the O, from this, which was the second to last vowel, and they made it the second vowel. They switched it with the second vowel. So now we have the E and the O at the beginning of the string and the two E's from Leet and LeetCode at the end of the string, which gives us this output that is LEOTCED. So we're just reversing the vowels. We're not reversing anything else but the vowels. And that may sound a little difficult, may give you a little bit of anxiety, but it's not too bad. Once you see the code and understand what it's doing, then you'll see it's really not that bad at all. So let's see how we're going to do this. First thing we are going to do is we're going to turn S into an array. And we're going to do that by saying we're going to declare a variable and we're going to name it S, and we're going to say it's equal to an array S. So what that's going to do is take our string and it's going to break it up into an array, which will allow us to manipulate it in some type of way, however way we choose that Swift allows us to. So then we're going to come down here and we're going to say, this time we're going to declare constant, and we're going to call that, we're going to declare constant called vowels, right? So this is where we are going to tell this is where we're going to tell our code what's a vowel, because our code doesn't know what's a vowel. We have to let our code know what is a vowel. And to do that, we're going to declare a constant called vowels. We're going to cast it as an array of character, and we're going to initialize it with the vowels. So we're going to say A, comma, E, comma, I, comma, O. Excuse me. Don't forget to put it inside of a string, inside the quotation marks. Then we'll say comma, A-E-I-O-N, U. But don't forget, it's both uppercase, lowercase, and uppercase. So that means we have to put the uppercase vowels too. And that's going to be A, comma, E, comma, I, comma, O. Hold on, capital O, excuse me, comma, hold on, comma, U, capital U, excuse me. So now we have the array of we have the array of S, and we know what our vowels are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to declare another variable, and we're going to name this head, and that is going to be equal to 0. And we're going to name this tail, another variable named tail, and we're going to set that equal to s.count minus 1. Excuse me. So what this right here is doing is we're setting up our indices, which indice we're looking at. Head is going to look at index 0. Tail is going to look at the last index in s.count, whatever that may be. So then from there, we're going to come down here and we're going to say, while head is less than tail, we're going to come down here. Then we're going to say, we need some more, declare some more variables. We'll say var check H, and what this is going to do, this is going to check to see if there's a vowel at head. So we're going to say, to do that, we're going to say check H equals vowels dot contains, then we're going to say S head. Then we're going to do the same thing for tail, and we're going to say var, we can just call it check T equals, typo, excuse the typo. We're going to say check T is equal to vowels dot contains S tail. So what these do is, it's a Boolean, these are Boolean statements, and it's checking to see if there's a vowel at index 0, or if there's a vowel at the end of s.count, whatever that may be. Because remember, s could switch. So just whatever at the end of s, we're going to see if it's a vowel there, right? Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say if check H, comma, check T. So basically, if these two statements are true, then what we're going to do is we're going to say s.swap at head, comma, tail. So these right here are going to check if there's a vowel there. If there is a vowel there and at the head and the tail, then we're going to swap them right here. S.swap head, tail. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to say head. Head equals plus equal 1, and tail equals minus equals 1. So then we're going to move the indices up 1, and we're going to move the index of head up 1, and we're going to move the index of tails down 1. So we're going to keep checking through the array. Then, so we're going to come down here and we're going to say if check H is not true, meaning that there's no vowel there, then we're just going to say head plus equal 1, meaning we're going to the next index in the array, because that index did not have a vowel. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to do the same thing for tail. We're going to see if check T is not a vowel, then we're going to say tail minus equals 1. And what that is going to do is going to move tail further down the line, going backwards to check if the next index has a vowel. Then we're just going to come down here and we're going to say return string S. And that should loop through the whole array to see where the vowels are and swap them. So let's run it and see what happens. Oh, and that's accepted. So let's submit it and see if that gets accepted too. Oh, yeah, you already know. 31 milliseconds beats 83.92% of users with Swift. That's not bad at all, y'all. So there it is. That is question. What question is that? Question 345, reverse vowels of a string. I will see you guys tomorrow.